launched, actually very close to when Ritual launched back in 2014. We were one of the few companies that got hit by Ritual's email as one of the very first companies that wanted to get on Ritual's platform. So that was really cool. But we started as a company that believed in the vision of getting people what they wanted from their favorite grocery stores in as little as 2 hours. So be it from Loblaw, Whole Foods, even at LCBO, we deliver alcohol. But this is not about that. This is about a fundamentally different business that we uncovered over the course of our history as a business, and we've actually never talked about this publicly. This is the first time we're actually talking about a completely different side of our business publicly to a broad audience. So super excited, and thank you, Ali, for joining me. Ali owns the Ben & Jerry's brands with Unilever, and she was kind enough to come and join us. But before we get into the demo, I just wanted to do a quick sort of overview of what we're doing today as a business. So. We realized somewhere last year that the retail world was going to change really fast. It wasn't just about getting retailers to go online and get their products delivered right to your doorstep, but it was also about these massive CPG brands, cult brands like Dove, think about Axe, think about Ben & Jerry's, and having an ability for these brands to actually enable e-commerce and get their products right to your doorstep by bypassing the retailer and actually building a great customer experience. And we wanted to build solutions that will allow these big CPG companies to do that. So we decided to do 4 things as our product roadmap. The first thing we said was we need to find a way to enable e-commerce for brands. So we're now building technology tools that makes any website that a CPG brand owns to actually become e-commerce enabled, which means you can actually now see a Clorox product on Clorox.com and not just look at it and be fascinated by it. You can actually buy it. But not buy from just Amazon. You can actually buy directly from Clorox warehouse and get it delivered in 20 minutes right to your doorstep. The second side of this puzzle that we wanted to solve was actually, if we want to fundamentally change the model and get someone's products delivered in 30 minutes, we had to go find a way to keep this product somewhere. And we actually made a pretty big decision as a company to get into the inventory space, which we were always very against as a early part of our business. We decided to invest in what we call local smart hubs that now actually hold inventory. So if you ever go to our hub today, you'll find thousands of pints of Ben & Jerry's. Do not steal it. You can buy it. But we actually hold it on behalf of brands like Unilever. And then we had this amazing fleet of shoppers and drivers who were willing to actually come to our local hubs, pick up the stock, and actually go deliver right to customer doorstep. So, and of course, the last part is providing all the data analytics back to the brands. I want to do a quick demo of how this actually works in Toronto. So I don't know if you guys know, in Toronto, you can actually get Ben & Jerry's 5 amazing flavors delivered right to your doorstep in about 20 to 30 minutes. And we did a pilot last year, which was driven through a website and a chatbot. It was quite successful. Based on the learnings, we actually launched a full-fledged platform, which we will go through. I'm just trying to get to the screen. Oh, no. Okay. So I'll let the actual product person talk to you about this product versus me talking about it, and I think it'll be great for Ali to talk a little bit about why we're doing this and what the need for something like that is in the market.
Cool, thank you. So like Mudit mentioned, my name's Ali. I'm the Senior Assistant Brand Building Manager at Unilever. I work on many brands, including Lipton, Red Rose, Salada, Pure Leaf, Vim, Breyers, but my most passionate brand that I work on is Ben & Jerry's. We saw an opportunity in the marketplace for D2C because Ben & Jerry's is a really unique brand. It has a lot of brand love, and the pint-sized format lends itself really well to like a late-night snacking opportunity. So we're super happy to be partnering up with Urbery to launch this opportunity. So what we did here is we developed a platform that's accessible on mobile and desktop, allowing consumers to purchase Ben & Jerry's pints if they live in the downtown Toronto core, and delivery, like Mudit mentioned, is guaranteed within 30 minutes. Our actual delivery time is much, much less than that. I know because I've purchased quite a few pints on this platform. Yeah, it's super cool. So we launched 5 flavors, 3 classics and 2 non-dairy. So the classic flavors were half-baked chocolate chip cookie dough and cherry Garcia. And the 2 non-dairy flavors are peanut butter and cookies and coffee caramel fudge. And this was super exciting and a first for Unilever in Canada. So what we did is we launched the non-dairy pints through this app before they were available in store. So that was really awesome for us as well when we were working through this opportunity, because it gave us that hook in the marketplace to get consumers to try out this platform. So what we're super proud of is the fact that our platform, both on desktop and mobile, is super easy to use. So we're just going to walk you through it really quickly. So this is obviously the desktop version. When you first log on, you see that there's 5 different flavors available there. And what's great too is there's so much analytics behind this that and because Urbery is working really closely with Unilever, is we have the flexibility to change around these flavors if they're not working for us. We keep tabs really closely on what's happening from a sales perspective. So what you do is you add pints to your cart, you go to checkout, and then you get this page here, which is basically to check whether or not you're in the delivery zone. So like I mentioned, right now we're only delivering in, I would call it downtown Toronto. But what's great about this is you would put in your postal code to see if you're in the zone, click proceed, and you would see, unfortunately, this postal code is not in the delivery zone, but that wasn't good enough for us. So what we did is, in that back page there, so what we wanted to do is capture name, email address, and postal code. So if we were to scale this, we wanted to know what postal codes had the most consumers in it. Because like Mudit mentioned, we have a hub and spoke model. So to allow for that under 30-minute delivery time, we need to be very concentrated in the areas that are most likely to purchase. So Mudit's going to enter a postal code that's actually in the delivery zone. And then you get to this page here. So it says your postal code is in the delivery zone, and then you have 2 options. So you can schedule delivery, or you can, like for a later time, or you can ask for delivery as soon as possible. You then add a tip if you want to be friendly to our drivers. They really appreciate it. And then you would scroll down to the bottom and check out. And Mudit will take it back over to talk about the rest of the consumer experience.
I'm just trying to sync my phone now because I want to show you guys, and I think we talked a little bit about how delivery is actually not simple because there's a lot of moving parts to it. It's not just technology. You got to find a way to actually interact with the consumer at the end level, and people have emotions and needs, and you got to find very different ways of dealing with it. And we actually did a lot of that research in our grocery delivery business where people were so picky about picking avocados, and somebody wanted hard avocados, and we wanted soft avocados, and we wanted green bananas, and we wanted yellow bananas, and we just kept thinking about this a lot, and we really believe the power of text messaging and personalization and how that really empowers some of those things. So one of the things happens, and I think it's on the screen now, is as soon as an order starts, I've sort of rigged this right now, so you're seeing multiple messages on it, but as soon as an order starts, you get a text message from, as soon as the driver starts the order, you get a text message that says, hey, hello there, your Ben & Jerry's is on its way, and should arrive in a few minutes. Typically, this message is triggered if your driver is about 10 minutes away or so. You get another trigger about 2 minutes later that says, hey, your delivery is now arriving. You can actually get ready, get dressed if you haven't. If you're just literally Netflix and chilling, it is a real problem. Yes. If you're really it's 4:20 today, so I can make a good joke. So just to get ready to get your delivery, and you can also actually click on the link and track your order. What's amazing about something like that is the power of instant gratification really comes to picture, because as a consumer, you're sitting at home, and let's say you see this Facebook ad, you're about to put on Game of Thrones is on in 10 minutes, and you go like, wow, I really would love to have Ben & Jerry's, but you can't because you got to get out of your house and go to a Shoppers Drug Mart, could be 15 minutes away from you. And now you have this power to actually click and just get that product delivered right to your doorstep really quickly and quite efficiently in the business model. And I can talk about the business model quite a lot, but it's very different from how you see a regular delivery model, which is you have to go to a CVS or a Shoppers Drug Mart to actually go pick up one pint and then come back. It doesn't work like that in our model. We actually have what we call warehouse on wheels, where drivers carry stock and they actually roam around in different zones, and then as orders come in, they get deliveries of the products. So that was sort of a quick demo. I did actually place a real order for today, and it so happens that right after Dan finishes speaking, you can add all the way at the back. There's a Ben & Jerry's team at the back. You could actually get a lot of Ben & Jerry's to taste. We also bought in some dairy-free ice cream. I know this is a big draw for people. So if you're interested, feel free to go back, get yourself some pints. And also, if you want to get this, if you want to use a platform, it's benandjerrys.urbery.com. Feel free to use the promo code Product Hunt, and you'll get free delivery for first order. Thank you. Oh, we lost the mic.
Who wants it? Hey, could you talk more about the business model and where the inventory is stored, how the drivers are paid and things like that?
Yeah, so I mean, without getting into too much details of the business model, because there's a lot of moving parts around that. What we do is we are now a pure B2B company, which works directly with brands like Ben and Jerry's or Nestle or whoever that CPG is, and allow them to get access to technology through our checkout technology, our APIs, which is around logistics, our infrastructure, which is actually a physical infrastructure. So there's a space that they get access to, and they also get access to people who are actually going to carry the stock and get it delivered right to customers' doorstep. So we sort of monetize all those things in multiple different ways. There's a SaaS component to it. There's some other sides of the business that helps us monetize it. But that's how it works. From a brand standpoint, though, what's interesting is 100% of the revenue that goes to the channel is brands, because they are now selling directly to the consumer. They're no longer selling to a retailer, which is you're selling it at a wholesale level. So that's the fundamental difference in the business models for both sides. As a customer, you're actually paying pretty much what you'll pay at a Shoppers Drug Mart.
All right, thanks for your talk. I was wondering if you currently have any reward system integrated into your business, or if you have any plans on collaborating with other services to help facilitate rewards.
So we don't have a direct reward point system right now, but what we do have is a referral program. So customers are allowed to refer their friends and get free pints delivered back. We're actually just about to launch a new referral program where you can actually get some really cool stuff from Ben & Jerry's if you get us successful referrals. Loyalty is a very interesting topic, and we thought about different things to do. We haven't launched some of those, but that's part of the product pipeline where we will think about partnering with some of the interesting loyalty things that's happening in the industry and see how we can leverage that to attract the target user base. We did have a loyalty program in our version 1.0, which actually worked quite well. People would always use that to claim discounts or share things with their friends and whatnot. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually, it should be launching in the next 20 days or so. So it'll be really, really powerful, hopefully.
Cool.
Just one more, please. Thank you. And we're here for a while, so feel free to reach.
I was going to ask, do you do tracking?
Yes, we do. I'm trying to find a way to answer this. The answer is yes, we do. It's because we work with limited stock. We're dealing with millions of pints of Ben & Jerry's. We're dealing with actually, we do a very robust supply and demand forecasting. So we sort of know, we sort of anticipate 90% accurately, or maybe higher than that, how much volume do you think we'll drive in the next 2, 3, 4 days. And then we work very closely with the Unilever distribution and supply chain team to make sure we only stock limited amount of inventory. In that case, yes, it is live. We do track it on our platform, so we know every single day how many pints are flowing, how many pints we need to restock and reorder and whatnot. So yeah.
Cool.
That's it. One more. Yeah, sure. Okay. Hey, Facebook.
Hi. So what do you
Did
think
you-
are some of the major benefits of working with the Business Incubator Program at the DMZ?
Oh,
Thank you.
who's at DMZ asking this question?
It's Anna Zissou, maybe you know.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Anna. DMZ has been great to us. It's such an amazing place. There's so many great. I think the biggest value of an incubator program like DMZ, or there's a bunch of others in Toronto and in Canada, is just there's such a great community of entrepreneurs. It's not so much about always saying about us, but there's just great people you can talk every single day. I mean, I was here yesterday. I can share this funny story. There's a great entrepreneur sitting in our room who probably talk about his company, and we were just chatting with him yesterday about a completely different random thing, and it turns out there was a common connection we could make for him that will really help his startup. So I think that sort of community development and building is really one of the most powerful things. There's so many companies I can think of in the startup space that have helped us just like that. Who have been part of the DMZ. So I think that's probably the biggest driver of it, community connections and networks. Okay, thank you.